You thought your silence meant you were failing, that not speaking up was proof you weren't trying hard enough to heal. You whispered, "Yā Rabbī," not for healing, but for understanding. Why did my pain feel so loud, but my voice so small? In sujud, you didn't pray for strength, you just stayed low. Forehead on the ground, not in devotion, but in the habit of making yourself small, unheard. You carried your silence like a second skin. Every time someone asked how you were, you smiled and said, "Fine." But inside, you were screaming. You thought maybe Allah saw your silence as apathy, that your quietness was proof of giving up. That devotion meant no cracks, only vocal strength. But what if your silence was never meant to disqualify you? What if beneath the quiet, Allah was already listening to the screams you couldn't voice? You thought faith meant unshakable voice, that showing silence meant you were failing Allah. But the pressure to speak, it distanced you from the one who hears the unsaid. You apologized for your quietness, for your withdrawal, for the ache in your chest when you saw others expressing freely. You thought Allah wanted vocal devotion, not your struggling heart. You hid your pain behind verses about patience, recited them perfectly, but inside, you felt empty, like a beautiful shell hiding a soul that ached for mercy. They said, "Just speak up." But speaking felt like a lie when your soul was screaming in silence. You felt guilty for being quiet when you were supposed to be healed. You stopped making dua for healing, not because you forgot Allah, but because you felt too silent to ask for restoration you thought you didn't deserve. You believed your silence disqualified you from rahmah, that maybe you were too quiet for even the most merciful to hear. Allah says, "And when my servants ask you, O Muhammad, concerning me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me." Al-Baqarah 2:186. He hears your silence. He sees your pain. Your silence is not a sign of forgotten faith. It is a sign that your heart still longs for its Creator's mercy. Even in quiet, you turned to Him. That turning is pure. Tadabbur is not about finding instant words. It's about letting the Qur'an find the parts of you that ache in silence. Let it whisper that your quietness is part of Aman. The Prophet said, "The strong person is not the one who overcomes others in wrestling. Rather, the strong person is the one who controls himself when angry." Your strength is not in speaking. It's in returning again and again to the unseen listener. You don't need to find your voice first. Come as you are. Silent, tired, confused. The door of rahmah is not for the vocal. It's for the one who still seeks. Your heart's silence is not a flaw. It is a call for the mercy that only Allah provides. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be heard. Let yourself be loved in the quiet. You don't have to speak to be loved by Allah. He knows your journey. He knows your silence. And He still calls you by name. Healing doesn't mean the silence disappears. It means you no longer carry it alone. It means you can whisper "Yā Rabbī" and know He hears you, not your words. Your sujud is not empty. Your silence is not void. Every moment you turned to Him, even in fragments, was a thread weaving you closer to His rahmah. You are not too silent. You are not too far. You are exactly where His mercy was meant to find you. And that mercy starts with breath. Let go of the need to speak. Let go of the fear of being seen as silent. Just breathe. Just be. Just trust that you are worthy of the love that was always meant for you. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment you stop striving for words. This is the moment you remember. Healing isn't betrayal. It's worship. If you're ready to accept yourself and begin the journey with guidance rooted in the Qur'an and Sunnah, we've prepared something gentle for you. Find it in the description when your heart says it's time.